Inflation is still a problem, and for many Americans, that means turning to credit cards to cover day-to-day expenses. With inflation outpacing incomes, as many as 63% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and as interest rates continue to climb, that debt is just getting a lot more expensive. Credit card debt is turning into a massive problem. How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Before we dive in further, it would mean a lot to me if you can hit the like button down below, subscribe, and turn on notifications. All those things help factor into the YouTube algorithm to get this video in front of as many people as possible, and I really appreciate your help. The average credit card user in 2022 was carrying a balance of over $5,000, and this is up 13% from the previous year. This marks a reversal from 2020, when many Americans were able to pay down their credit card debt thanks to generous government relief payments and limited spending on travel and entertainment. And now, 46% of credit card users carry a debt from month to month. And this is up from a rate of 39% last year, according to a new report by Bankrate. Experts warn that using credit cards to cover day-to-day expenses can quickly spiral out of control, leading to a lifetime of financial struggles. And with inflation only beginning to show signs of slowing down, it's more important than ever to find solutions. Credit card debt, of course, is the sworn enemy of any credit card enthusiast. The way I see it, credit card debt is essentially burning money because of the high interest that you have to pay. Let's assume you have a balance of $5,000. Assuming you don't add to that balance with an APR of 20%, and I'm being generous, you would need to pay $324 a month to pay it off in 18 months. Resulting in you paying $726 in interest. That's why I say you should never rationalize purchases you cannot afford for the sake of credit card rewards. It just isn't worth it. Of course, as you can imagine, for Americans living paycheck to paycheck, that credit card debt is only going to rise, leaving them in a debt spiral. When you need to make ends meet, paying off existing balances is not always on the priority list. When you can get away with paying a minimum balance and using the rest of your money to pay rent or put food on the table, many will take that option. I, like many of you, know a lot of people in this position. And the one product that I usually recommend is something called a balance transfer credit card. Balance transfer credit cards are a type of credit card that allows cardholders to transfer the balance from one or more existing credit cards to a new credit card with a lower interest rate. This can be an incredibly useful option for people who are struggling to pay off high-interest credit card debt. When you transfer a balance from a credit card, you will typically be charged a balance transfer fee, which is a percentage of the amount being transferred. This fee can range from 3% to 5% depending on the card issuer. Balance transfer cards usually have a promotional interest rate, which is often 0% for a period of time, usually between 6 and 21 months. After the promotional period, the interest rate goes to the regular rate, which is usually much higher than the promotional rate. Of course, anything is higher than zero. It's important to note that balance transfer cards often have strict rules about how the balance can be paid off. For example, some cards require that the entire balance be paid off before the promotional period ends, or the cardholder will be charged a penalty. Overall, balance transfer cards can be a great option for people who want to pay off high interest debt, but it's important to understand the terms and conditions before applying for one. It is also important to have a plan in place to pay off the debt before the promotional period ends, to avoid any penalties or high interest charges. Let's go over a few of the options. Starting off the list, we have the Chase Slate Edge. This card has a 0% APR period of 18 months with a balance transfer fee of 3%. For a $5,000 balance transfer, you would end up paying a fee of $150, far less than the $726 in the previous example, and your monthly payments will be $287, down from $324. This card also comes with pretty good benefits for purchases, like 120-day purchase protection for theft or damage, as well as a 1-year extension on manufacturer warranties. This card is also a great option to get into the Chase ecosystem. Once the promo period is over, you can then product change this card into a Chase Freedom card like a Freedom Flex or a Freedom Unlimited. Next up, we have the Citi Diamond Preferred card. This has a 0% APR period of 21 months, 3 months more than the Chase Slate Edge, and it has a balance transfer fee of 5%. Using our previous scenario, you would pay $250 in fees, still less than $726, and you will have a monthly payment of $250, down from $287 with the Chase Slate Edge, and down from $324 if you had paid interest. This card is a great way into the Citi ecosystem, and this card, like the Chase Slate Edge, can then be product changed once the promo period is over. There is also another card from Citi called the Citi Simplicity. Unlike the previous card, this one has a balance transfer fee of 3% rather than 5%. Therefore, your payment will be $245 over the course of 21 months. Fourth on our list is the Bank AmeriCard by Bank of America, which, ironic to its namesake, is a MasterCard. For those that don't know, the original name of Visa was Bank AmeriCard. This card has a similar promo to the Citi Simplicity in the sense that it's a 21-month 0 APR period and a 3% balance transfer fee. Last on today's list, we have the Wells Fargo Reflect. Again, it offers you a 21-month 0% APR period with a balance transfer fee of 3%. Again, that's a monthly payment of $245 for 21 months. This card comes with an added benefit of cell phone protection when you pay your cell phone bill with this card. So what do you do when your 0% APR period is over? Depending on the cards, as I mentioned earlier, you can product change the card to another and continue using that credit history that you built while now earning rewards. For example, you can take that Citi Simplicity and product change that into a Citi Double Cash. Since the Citi Double Cash has no intro bonus, you aren't really losing anything by acquiring it through that route. If you haven't fully paid the balance on the card, you could theoretically apply for another balance transfer card, pay the fee, and transfer the balance for another 18 to 21 months. You can rinse and repeat this until you've paid off your entire credit card bill. Regardless of whether you can actually afford the monthly payment to pay off your card, I highly recommend getting a balance transfer card because you'll at least put a dent in paying off your debt. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like videos like this, be sure to check out my other videos using the link in the description down below. Until next time, hang in there, don't give up. You'll be out there getting some free stuff soon.